Welcome back, guys, to Fallout 4. So, the last few episodes, our troubles with frame rate in Fallout 4 reached the breaking point when we went through that watery area with all the boats bobbing up and down. It was really hard to watch. A lot of people complained, and I totally understand. I've taken the feedback. I gave you guys the option. What you would prefer more, either 720p with higher settings or 1080p much lower settings. And most people wanted 720p with higher settings to get better frame rate, so that's what we're doing. The area we were at is over there. We are back on the Pridwin. We're going to follow up with a few Brotherhood of Steel quests in just a moment. But I did some tests before starting this, a few recording tests, and my frame rate has not dipped below 60 once. And it's because I'm recording, it's not going above 60 either. So I don't know what my maximum frame rate is right now. It's locked at 60. That's pretty good. And I am very pleased to report that I have every single, not just most of or some of, but I have every single graphical setting in the game maxed. Every one, except for resolution. Resolution is 720p. All the graphical settings are maxed. Maybe this isn't the best spot to illustrate this because we're up in the air and all this stuff is far away. But maybe you remember what it looked like being up here before. I definitely notice more detail. The shadow quality is much better. Just looking at the terrain down here, the water quality is better. The subsurface scattering, all that kind of stuff looks much nicer. I think this was the right way to go. Now, I have not gone into any interiors to do tests where the frame rate typically drops, which is strange because there's less to display. Maybe because the lighting engine is more complicated. More light sources inside. More light sources will always tank your frame rate. So we may have to lower a few settings, and once we go back to the, whatchamacallit, the evil dudes, the sciencey guys, the Institute, that's what they're called. Once we go back to the Institute, frame rate there was really bad, so I might have to lower some settings. But I think so far,
Something to think about.
Yeah, great. I think so far, good change. Okay, let's go inside here. So there's our quest guy over there. Here's the quest we're following up on first. We actually have two already in motion. From within, I provided Dr. Lee with evidence that the Institute was lying about Dr. Virgil's death. As a result, she agreed to return to the Brotherhood of Steel. Okay, so we need to report to Elder Maxon, and then after that, we need to give the holotape, which is showing what the Institute is up to. We recorded all their evil doings. Give that to Proctor Ingram, and then after that, I think the miscellaneous, bring the serum to Virgil. I definitely want to follow up on that. And that area will definitely be interesting to look at with all the settings maxed. So I think we're going to do those three things. Let's see what they say to us.
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
I don't know. I still want that jacket, though. She's on our side.
I've convinced her that the Institute is the enemy, not the Brotherhood.
Well done, Knight. As soon as Dr. Lee arrives, we'll interrogate her aboard the Pridwin. She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade, and we can't afford to take any chances. Now, I believe you still possess an important piece of data that Proctor Ingram is eagerly awaiting. I want you to bring it to her immediately. Once again, Knight, you don't fail to impress. Dismissed.
Yeah, okay, so, like, the little things in the game look much better. When they're talking, just the movement of their lips syncing up with the dialogue. Much better. Textures on his jacket looks much better. His skin looks much better. I mean, maybe he's been using lotion. I don't know. Some hair product. Everything looks better. It's also like silky smooth, the motion. Once we get into a firefight, that'll probably become a little bit more apparent. Okay, so now we have to go give the tape to what's-a-madoogle, the one with no legs, or that's paralyzed, one or the other.
Adjusting compression rate.
And now I have to remember how to get there. I guess we have to exit. Oh, I don't have that quest highlighted. That's probably why I'm not seeing little things pop up. Yeah, all right, let's head outside. So last time we left Proctor Ingram, she's with my power armor and the teleporter doodad thingy that took us to the Institute. The environment, just the atmospheric effect, everything looks much nicer. I wish I could play in 1080p. Here she is. But, well, maybe one day when I've got, like, SLI Titans or something. Hey!
Here's your holotape, Proctor. Hope the data on that thing was worth it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the Interceptor would do to you.
Wow, okay.
You didn't expect me to survive the trip?
A device like the Signal Interceptor is way out of my league. I was hoping you'd make it, but I find it tough to have faith in technology I don't understand. Speaking of technology I don't understand, I'll get this holotape to Proctor Quinlan. I'm dying to find out what's on it.
Alright, what do you hope to find?
What do you hope to find on there?
Whatever the Institute doesn't want anybody to know. Before we jump to conclusions, let's see what Quinlan's scribes can get off of it. I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted, so it's gonna take some time to crack. After that, we'll have to see what we've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe. In the meantime, I've got a new assignment for you. So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxon told you about it?
Nothing, basically.
Why all the secrecy?
We're pouring every resource we have into this.
Is it a giant
We
robot?
can't risk tipping off the Institute.
It's a giant robot,
Now,
isn't it?
The fewer people that know about it, the better. Come on. It's this way.
Giant mech suit, isn't it? Like a
sure you've
Gundam.
noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac.
Outside
Maxon
the
and Kells
wild,
have been looking
complete.
for something
Yeah.
that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute.
It's a giant
Now,
mech.
the Pridwin might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in.
Okay, I'm predicting. Alright, so, first frame drops, we're down to like 45 frames per second. I kind of anticipated this. This is part of the testing process. Next
This
few...
storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime.
Knew it!
The Brotherhood used it in the capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded. In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
Okay.
My help? I don't know a thing about robot repair.
Why
Yeah,
don't we leave the repairing to my scribes? You're going to be doing the legwork.
of course I am.
Now,
Hey,
the
go
good
fetch
news is
some
that we've got
tomatoes
most
for
of
me.
Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
Okay, great.
Why is the power blowing out his CPU?
Liberty Prime has a highly complex power system. A good deal of that system was damaged when he exploded. So I'm working in the dark, trying to come up with parts on my own.
Oh, you don't
Luckily,
say.
we were able to convince Dr. Madison Lee to return to the Brotherhood.
Uh-huh.
She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over a decade ago. I've already spoken to her, but she's reluctant to work on Prime for some reason. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with his power system, we can get the big guy moving.
Alright. So, go talk to Dr. Lee. So, if you never played Fallout 3, spoiler alert, the game's been out a long time, so I'm not going to worry about avoiding spoilers for Fallout 3 in a Fallout 4 Let's Play. One of the last missions in the game, you basically lead this charge against the enemy, and helping you out is a giant robot, basically Optimus Prime, but they called it Liberty Prime. This is his face, to show you how big he is. I'm wondering if you get to pilot him in this game. That would be awesome. I guess that's his head, and this goes over that? Or are they making a new one? I don't know. So these are like parts of his legs and arms and stuff, I guess. Pretty cool. This is torso, so his legs attached there is his hips, I guess, and his shoulders. And that's where his head goes. Doorway, not a door actually. Pretty neat. So, okay, alright, so let's head up there, let's talk to Dr. Lee. So, here is Dr. Lee, the main deck of the Pridwin.
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime, you can forget it.
Okay. Great.
What changed your mind?
Nothing changed my mind. I promised you I'd return to the Brotherhood, and I've kept my end of the bargain.
Oh. Are you just gonna hang out here?
Do I need to remind you why you made that promise in the first place?
Of course not. But you neglected to mention that I'd be asked to work on Liberty Prime. I've been down this road with the Brotherhood before. Why would I make the same mistake twice?
Well, because of Virgil. Hooray.
If not for the Brotherhood, do it for Dr. Virgil.
What they did to Dr. Virgil was cruel. It was wrong. How could I be so blind?
Dance hated that.
You really know how to push my buttons,
Wait, what?
don't you? Tell Proctor Ingram to get her scribes ready. It's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime back online, but we'll get it done.
Dance loved that. That's the first time I've actually noticed that there's someone else having an opinion on what we just talked about in the top left corner of the screen. Has that happened before? I don't know. Apparently, Dance simultaneously hated and loved that. You look really stubborn and constipated, frankly. But we convinced you without much trouble. Alright, so what do you want me to do now? Speak to Ingram again. Alright.
We should start.
Whoa. Alright, so they've started assembly. Look at that. Alright, Proctor Ingram. Just look for the green dot. Hey. Do I get to drive that thing? If so, I'm in.
Dr. Ingram.
Well, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out of my way, that is.
Charming, isn't she?
Okay, was this a
Did we
mistake?
make a mistake asking her to help?
Nah, don't worry about it. We might not be best buddies, but we'll get the job done. Besides, Dr. Lee's worth all the aggravation. We're working with one of Prime's original designers. I don't see it getting any better than that. In fact, since things are going so well, we're gonna have you start building his electromagnetic actuators.
Go fetch this. Go get that. I bet that's what they're going to say. Hey, we need this little thing. It's in a hospital. Go fetch it.
What do the actuators do?
Pretty simple, really.
They move
The
stuff.
actuators are what allows Liberty Prime's arms and legs to move. Prime's new limbs are way too heavy for the simple hydraulic pistons he had in the past. We're gonna have to rip those out, construct a brand new system using electromagnets, and install them in his limbs. What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
Why?
Now that you know what the actuators are,
I'm not
you
the
need to know how to
engineer.
make them. These are the plans and the materials list. Don't lose them.
Oh
Now,
my.
before you
I
get
really
that
don't like
look on
her.
your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list right here at the airport.
Oh.
The only thing we need you to head out and find is a high-powered
I knew
magnet.
it.
According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around
Of
the Commonwealth.
course.
We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb, so you'll need to make a total of 4. Good luck.
Right. Okay. Great. Locate a high-powered magnet. Go fetch this. Go kill 6 grizzly bears. And I'll give you 60 gold.
Shoot to kill.
Alright, pretty cool.
We don't
So,
take prisoners.
that's a little bit of a quest update there. Liberty reprimed. Locate a high-powered magnet. Let's see. Sent to retention. Return to father. This is a Radiant quest, this thing. I really don't like the Radiant quest system at all. It's terrible. It should burn to the ground. Support the Brotherhood Recon Team Tradecraft. This is the railroad. I don't want to do this one. What I want to do now, let's go catch up with Virgil. Check it out. Oh god. Seriously? Are you kidding me? Wow. All right. No, attack the head. I want to attack the head. Please attack his head quickly. Oh god, we're gonna die. I am in power armor though, so maybe we'll be okay. Oh, I gotta reload. I probably should have. Okay, hit him in the. Hit him in the. This system is terrible, man. Hit him in the head. Oh gosh. Where did he go? My life is okay because I'm in power armor. I think I just... Okay, he hit me and knocked me into the cave. Back we go. I'm not done with you. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Alright, stab yourself in the stomach. Put your weapon away. I wasn't done looking around. Alright, eat some of this. Health is gonna go... I wish, in your power armor, you can't tell how much the health you just... The food, the stim pack, whatever, you can't tell how much it's gonna restore. There's no little bar to show that, to indicate, but man, this looks crazy. And I wanted to show this with max settings before I reduce the settings. Now, unfortunately, YouTube does compress the video, so it's not going to look as awesome for you as it does for me, but it should look better than last time we were here. I mean, just all the crazy particles in the air and the dense clouds and all this kind of stuff. I love this kind of stuff. I love immersive graphics in a game like this. Alright, anyway, let's go talk to Virgil. How do I get in your stupid cave? Oh, the death claw body is camouflaging the entrance. Hey, Virgil. Hey, Virgil. Please tell me you're not dead. Are you alive still? Oh, no. Oh, you're alive. Hey.
Protect and serve.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad to see the relay didn't completely vaporize you.
I have your staff.
The interceptor worked. It was rough, but it worked.
Amazing. And what about the serum? Did you find the serum?
Why would I lie about that? Yeah, here's the serum.
Got it right here.
That's it. That's really it. All right. Let's see. Retrovirus has matured nicely. Density gradient is high.
I kind of think this isn't going to work.
Counter-intron sequences look stable.
Is this going to work?
Descriptive exon strands have formed.
He's going to mutate more. We're going to have to fight him. I bet. Quick save. Uh-oh. Nice shadow there.
Yes. It seems to have matured nicely.
Okay.
So it's good.
There's only one way to find out. All right. Here we go.
Oh, gosh.
Now, we wait.
Okay. For how long? You definitely got more muscular and larger since the first time I saw you. Oh, okay. You're acting weird.
Protect and serve.
But, yes, I know. By walking over there. Where you going? Oh. Don't go. Hey, if you reverse your mutation, you won't be able to survive out there. You'll no longer be immune to radiation.
Sorry. Was there something else?
Okay, how long?
How long will it take?
I don't know. Nothing like this has ever been tried before. I'm going to rest for a while.
Oh, okay.
I'm back in a few days, maybe a week, and... well, I guess we'll see. In any event, you kept your end of our bargain. Thank you.
Protect and
All right.
serve.
Cool. I like Virgil. I'm glad to help him out, although I kind of think it's going to backfire. Just from a history of situations like this, the game very seldomly gives you this feel-good moment. Maybe. But if he does get cured, he's going to die of radiation, because we're in the freaking blast zone. Anyway, okay, so... let's see. What do we want to talk about? So, the test, I think, is good. It's going to 720p. Radically increased our frame rate. I got to max a lot of the settings. Now I will be reducing some of them. I will probably change the God rays from ultra to high and reduce the shadow distance, some of those things that are really hard to detect unless you're really looking for them. So right now I'm getting like 40 to 45 frames in this area with all these light sources. Like there's a light, there's a light on that thing, there's a light down there, there's a light there and there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, at least 8, 9, 10. There's a light source over there. 11. My character might be... You have a light source? No, maybe not. So at least 11 light sources in this little area. And every time it tries to calculate all of the particle effects in the fog and all that kind of stuff. All these light sources really just lag stuff out. So the lighting engine is probably the first thing I will try. The lens flare is pretty cool. Look at that. It does look pretty. But I think we can reduce the settings a little bit and still have a really nice experience in this world. Anyway, okay, so this has been just a little update video, I guess. We followed up on some quests. Let's see. Next time, I guess we'll go after a high-powered magnet. And maybe I'll do this support the Brotherhood recon team. I think this is a side quest. Maybe we'll do that. And there's a place for a settlement I want to go check out that looks really cool. Next time, leave your feedback below. We'll see you next time. Bye.